Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the official Hammer Time podcast. As always, I'm your host, Cade, and alongside us is the full trio today. We have Jake and Dylan with us again after a little bit of a hiatus. I know we're kind of been slacking a little bit, as all of us really have. It's been an eventful last couple of weeks, but appreciate you guys bearing with us. We have full preview today for week 9. Is that where we're at?
Yes.
I think that is gross. Okay. Week 9 preview. Not really a whole much to recap on week 8. So we're pretty much just agreed to do one full preview, considering we have a decently big week ahead. And yeah, so as always, make sure you guys are following, downloading, liking, subscribing, commenting, reviewing, and sharing. And otherwise, join the server. Club Hammer Discord is completely free. Always active in there every weekend, week in, week out. Not only are we sharp college football bettors, but one of us is extremely good at NBA one day into the season. And
hey,
then the
2-0, baby.
I was one bet away from glory opening day.
Cappers. We are NBA cappers too.
Multi-sport sharps. We're actually going to branch out. It's going to be HT NBA next year. So keep an eye out for that.
No,
okay.
We're not. No.
But yeah, we're going to get into it. We got a little bit to preview today. Big week. So starting off, 12 o'clock, top 15 game in the SEC. I pretty much said in our recap / preview, I think that was last week, that one of these teams would not be a top 15 team by the end of pretty much the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, pretty much. And yeah, we're pretty much looking like that. So number 8 Ole Miss goes into Norman, Oklahoma at 12 o'clock into the Palace, and Oklahoma catches 4.5 points here as a home favorite. Totals decently mid-high, 54 for both of these teams. I think that is pretty high because Oklahoma's defense is elite, and I can't tell if people are expecting Trinidad to just go in here and put up points or if they're going to just flop. I have no play on this game. However, heavy trending towards the under. There's not really a whole lot to look into with this one, in my opinion, because this is really good offense versus incredible defense. And at this point in the season, I'm more deciding on which version of Oklahoma's offense am I getting this late into the season. I have no idea how Mateer is going to look because of how bad he looked against Texas. And now it's just, I don't know if I can trust him versus any SEC team for that matter. So the way I'm looking at it, I don't know if Ole Miss can really get to 24 plus, honestly. I don't know if Oklahoma can much less get to 27 or 30 plus. So overall, full lean would probably be the under for given how high it is, I think. I just going to have to trust Oklahoma's defense more so than Ole Miss's offense in this kind of case. Quite frankly, I think that they get shut down and expect more of a 21-17 kind of game. It's kind of where I lean.
How about the D2 quarterback coming in and shaking the nation for Ole Miss?
True.
I mean, dude's been lighting it up for sure. I agree, though. I think Oklahoma's defense is going to be the story of this game. I would kind of currently at the number, I would lean an Ole Miss cover. But other than that, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, I think the under probably would be the smartest play in this game. But I also personally do not have anything currently in this game.
I'm taking Oklahoma minus 4.5. I think the defense is legit. I mean, we've seen it in every game they've played in. Like, they just had South Carolina score 6 points on the road. So I'd say the defense has shown up week in and week out. They really don't miss a beat. Venables is masterclassing the defense just like he did last year. The difference I see in Oklahoma from 2 weeks ago and Oklahoma from now is John Mateer is 2 weeks healthier. And it's a throwing hand. Like, he shouldn't have played against Texas. He probably shouldn't have played last week. Like he's not throwing the ball with the same velocity. It's not happening. But they should be able to attack Ole Miss through the air, even with Mateer. Mateer's going to bring an element to this offense that they kind of how we saw last week against Georgia, where like Stockton's going to use his legs. He's going to be able to escape pockets, and they're going to be able to find guys downfield. So I think Oklahoma wins. I think they win kind of handedly. I think we're kind of seeing Ole Miss run out of gas here. Like the defense was terrible a week ago, and then the offense kind of just stalled in the second half. So I think it's kind of the same way here. We might see a little bit of some fireworks to start. Lane's a great script, or he's not really a script guy, but he's a great attacker of your weaknesses. I'm sure he finds one early. Venables fixes it, and then we're in for a dogfight after that. So I'll take Oklahoma to win and to cover.
I think this guy's actually doesn't really have a cap. He's really just fading Mike Calabrese. So keep that in the back of your head as well.
That's called winning money. So
hey, you gotta do what it takes, right?
That's just winning.
Slight Breeze shout out on the pod, even though he has no idea who we are. But
yeah, well,
it's not a good thing. It's not a good shout out.
No one should know who he is either.
I agree, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right, we ready to move on?
Yep.
Now we're traveling to Memphis, Tennessee, 12 o'clock kick, where number 18 South Florida is going to be facing Memphis Tigers. Both of these teams come in 6-1. USF is riding a high after a dominant 48-13 win over FAU. They are 3-0 in the American Conference. They are probably the favorite group of five as of right now to make the playoff. You could argue that. Memphis is 2-1 in the conference. They lost to UAB. Dealing with some quarterback uncertainty in this one. For me, what to watch, USF's offense is humming right now. Byron Brown is at quarterback making big plays. They do have an explosive run game as well, forcing you to stop one thing, and then as soon as you stop that, they're going to hit you with the other. Memphis also has a very strong rushing attack, which is averaging 221.6 yards a game. They are at home. They're dangerous, typically at home. But the key question, can they get the QB they need to keep the defense honest? Defensively, USF is improving. Memphis' secondary is not great. So I'm currently leaning USF to cover this one. Both of these offenses can put up points, so the 62.5 is compelling to me. But right now, I actually already locked in the under 63.5 because I just don't think – I think we see some regression here to pretty decent. I think USF's defense really, if anything, Memphis isn't going to score the points because of the quarterback situation. So I am just looking for USF to win this one. I think they'll probably win comfortably. But, again, I don't have a play in the side. I just took the under 63.5 for minus 114.
Agreed. I would try and lock in the under before they announce Brendan Lewis out. If that is the way this goes, even if he plays, he's going to be limited. Memphis's defense is actually pretty good. The reason the total is so high is because USF's offense is awesome, but also just the tempo they play at. Like, it's just really easy for them to hit overs. But I think USF's defense has been dynamite for the past 3 or 4 weeks post Miami. So I think the under is a great play. I also think USF money line would be a good parlay piece. I think USF rolls. They've been good this year. Memphis lost last week, which normally I would go the other way with that wounded animal. But if you're missing your quarterback, it can be really hard for you to beat this high-powered offense. So I would say more than likely this could be a double-digit win. You could see Memphis scoring 20, maybe, if he's out. If Brandon Lewis is in, this game's going to be super fun, awesome. Then I would hedge out of the under and go for the over. But that is my 2 cents of that.
This one might be more of a live kind of play in terms of a side, in my opinion. I think it's just super, super low to buy on Memphis, but it's also like really good because I mean, I leaned South Florida. I'm sick of fading this team. First of all, I must say, this is like my kryptonite. It's like incredibly bad. And the thing is like I faded them with North Texas. I faded them with Boise at the very beginning of the year, and it's not like they've been close. Like it's been really bad. It's been incredibly bad. But yeah, I have a model on the under as well. I have it projecting just around like 57. So roughly decent value, I think, showing on the under. It's showing that Memphis doesn't even get to 27 points. But that also does mean that South Florida wins by more than 6. So I'm kind of torn on what I want to do here. But in my opinion, I'm looking at Memphis's offense and I'm looking at who they played. UAB were pretty much the worst defense in the country by far. Tulsa, Arkansas, probably the second worst defense in the country by far. FAU, Troy, abysmal dumpster fire. Georgia State's probably the only one with a subtle pulse. It's probably the best one that they have played yet.
But they don't have an offense.
And then they played Chattanooga. Exactly. I love Sutton. I love what they have. I love the breakdown that we gave for that Arkansas game with what Lewis and Sutton did together, and that game was incredible. And I honestly, they're one of the most fun teams to watch when they're on, when they're really good. USF is just different. I'm having a hard time backing them in this game, but in my opinion, if South Florida goes down and scores a touchdown on like their first or second drive in the scoreless game, I'm going to play Memphis if Lewis does play. I think if he doesn't, I mean, it could be a very different kind of game. I don't like to gamble before the gamble typically, but do like the under. Might put that on the card just because of what my model has on it. Already at 57, that's projecting with Lewis playing. So if he doesn't, then that honestly just makes me even love it more, similar to you guys, of course.
Can I interest you in another top 15 matchup where Missouri is traveling to Vandy in Nashville, 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central. Vandy is favored by 2.5 right now, total sitting 52.5. This is game day. Some could say that one person on this pod may potentially be there at game day.
When's
some
the
are
last
saying
time they've been there?
2008.
What game was that?
Vandy played Georgia Tech.
That's so random. I love it.
It was something like that. Anyways, my cap here is pretty simple. I'm not fading Diego Pavia anymore. I did it last week. Wrong decision. This is the only time I've ever done it, and I learned my lesson. Some people don't. Some people continue to do it. I won't. I'm backing Deuce. You continue to fade them. I think Vandy's defense was not great against LSU. It was good enough. They were able to let Diego go do his thing. Let these Eli Stowers had a hell of a game. Look, if you're telling me that Missouri is power rated the exact same as LSU, I just disagree with that statement. I think LSU is still a better football team than Missouri right now. So I'll take Vandy in the same spot. Missouri off a back-to-back road games. Almost lost to Auburn. Should have lost to Auburn, probably. So yeah, give me the fighting Diego Pavias.
I mean, I love it. I personally have not played anything yet in this game. To be completely honest with you, I was waiting for a 3 to pop. But I don't know if we'll get it or not.
It's not enough.
The Steam. I know it's not, but I don't know. I mean, I'm the same.
I'm locking it in right now, actually.
I stayed away last week because of that. I was just like, I don't know. Let's see where we're at, what Diego can really do. He obviously proved himself. With it being game day, there's going to be even more hype there. So I'm like you. I would have a hard time fading Vandy in this spot. I'm looking at the total here, kind of a weird number, but I would also lean the over, I believe, in this game. But again, no actual locked in plays yet.
This is This is gonna be really fun. All right. Yeah, I don't even know what to say because I hate capping these Vanderbilt games so much. I can never get them right. First of all, here's the thing. Something outlandish. You have a Mizzou cover, but Vandy win.
It's really hard to do that with the spread, but yeah, that it's at,
Nah,
but it's possible.
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is here. Like, honestly, I project literally less than 3. So, like, roughly in, like, the 2 range. So, like, let's call it 3, basically. Roughly for both teams, I'm going to say on a limb, 24-21, maybe. It's probably where I'm leaning on Vandy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's like the only way I feel like I can play this game because I just don't feel like I'm confident enough to trust Vandy's defense against this offense right now. It's too, I don't know what it is. Vandy's offense has been electric, sure, like we've pretty much always talked about. And again, they haven't played much until they have played much, and then they backed it up. Finally, I should say, because they played Bama and didn't really look like it, but box score, big deal. And then LSU came, and then it's like, all right, like maybe like top, like literally legitimate top 5, maybe, yeah, top 5 team in SEC play. This is the prove it game. I love Missouri. I was very high on them at the beginning of the year, but this game, this is super hard. This is like
What
they're
else does
literally
Diego have to do?
they're literally top 10 in ever. Beat a good team. LSU.
He just did.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Says
LSU's
the guy
LSU.
with
There's
LSU
levels.
to make the playoff. Did you have
I had
LSU to win the Natty?
I had LSU to win a Natty.
Yeah, not a good team though.
Not this year. They don't know. I've said that they weren't a good team. That was a bad bet. I'm fine. I'll wear that. You had Clemson. I don't want to hear nothing. Hold on.
Let's define good.
Wait a minute.
Let's define good.
1 through 3. End of list.
What?
That rankings at 1. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Clemson's still alive.
LOL.
They're dead.
Me with an over 11.5 ticket.
You're dead. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
I don't know.
I'll wear it. Did not see that coming, but
I'm lost.
Sadly, I did and still bet him to win the Natty. That's the best part.
I'm kind of liking my Bama ticket.
Roll Tide.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I like Mizzou's defense better than Vandy's offense.
Do you like Missouri's defense more than LSU's defense?
No.
Okay, so there's your cap.
Are you saying the game?
The same point spread, same number.
Hold on. Let me see. So we have. I'm just getting
the exact same number.
I'm just gonna do side by sides since I can. Legitimately, it takes 2 seconds. Now, hold on.
Look, he's gonna change it now that we told him.
Change what?
LSU's defense is better than Missouri's. The only team Missouri's played with a pulse offensively, they got body bagged in the second half.
Ranking wise, they're really not. Like number wise,
they're not. They get sacks. That's it.
Mizzou's top 20.
They have the best
almost every defensive category except for what 2?
Yeah, because they've played nobody.
I know.
They played the corpse of Auburn.
It's not a corpse.
Right. It's been a dead body. It should be in a morgue. It should be in the ground.
They're cremated.
Yeah. Throw the ashes in the ocean.
I hate this game. I don't want to cap it. I don't want to play in it. I want to stay away.
Okay, we'll move on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm done. Sorry with that.
Deuce.
I guess now go to potential. I don't even call this an upset because it's really not even going to be. I'm so ready for this team to finally lose, even though they probably won't. Number 11, BYU goes to Iowa State. Iowa State's getting favored. October post October. They are favored.
Yeah. Yeah.
Post October, Rocco Becht is getting points, which is I'm going to leave it at that. I don't like that idea at all, for that matter. Short, sweet, simple, to the point. This is really stupid. I'm taking BYU. I have BYU at the even 3. I don't really care how much of a spot bet that this is. And quite frankly, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong team is favored because honestly, this whole stigma of the unranked home favorites, we've seen so many this year already. And only not even a handful have like actually covered. They've actually lost outright. The only problem with Iowa State is just I'm not trusting that offense in the slightest right now. I cannot get there. BYU's defense has just been unbelievable. Not to mention their offense actually is probably amongst the best in the Big 12. It's probably second behind Texas Tech right now. It's pretty good. I never thought I would be so high on a quarterback wearing number 47, but here we are. The dude's a stud. Another Bachmeier. I don't know. I'm taking BYU with the points, though. I like him outright, but I have +3. Well, more than, I always play my dog money lines, but tracking purposes, points.
Yeah, I also am totally soaking in with the Mormons here. So
there it is.
Give me BYU money line +118. I feel like every time I'm on the pod, we talk about the Mormons and or Toledo. So,
all right,
don't do it.
But no, I mean, I think we said it right when this line dropped. Like, why is BYU still not favored? Specifically, Bear Bachmeier. I mean, dude's electric for being a freshman quarterback. He is playing lights out. I wouldn't say lights out. He's playing very well. He obviously is more of a run threat, in my opinion, than a pass threat. But I don't know. You see what like UC did to Iowa State, and some of these games Iowa State's played in. I don't think they can hang, let alone win this game. So it's definitely a spot bet. I don't really necessarily have models that are loving anything in this game, but for the pure spot of the Mormons, BYU, give me the money line. And I would say I think this line is going to flip closer to game day, or at least be pick 'em style. So if you want to get some plus money, I'd do it sooner than later.
Put it on the board. Everyone likes BYU. Spot screams Iowa State. I mean, they're off a bye at home. BYU just played the Holy War. Spot screams Iowa State. So I'm going against the spot for probably the first time this year. Look, we've talked about BYU, not specifically on this podcast this year, but like last year, everyone talking about BYU, how bad they were, how they were going to lose a game. They were going to lose multiple games. And they kept winning, and then they finally did lose. Now we're at the same point this year. We're still not favoring them. We're still expecting them to lose. We still don't think they're good. We think they're lucky. I don't care. They win games. I trust Sataki. And at the end of the day, I don't think Iowa State is the team to take advantage of BYU. Both their corners are hurt and out for the rest of the year. So Bachmeier to Roberts, yeah, I'll take that any day of the week. And then Iowa State can't run the ball. So Rocco Becht's going to have to throw the ball 45 times, try and win this game. I'm good. I definitely think it's BYU. I don't care about the spot. BYU by 1,000,000.
Love it.
I love
We'll move a little bit further west. We'll go to Washington, Husky Stadium out in Seattle. Illinois is ranked number 23. They are 5-2 so far, 2-2 in the Big Ten. Altmaier is actually playing pretty decent, 72.4% completion rate so far this season. Washington, on the flip side, is also 5-2 and 2-2 in the Big Ten. They are at home with Demond. Is it Demond?
Demond.
Demond
It could be either.
Williams. Whatever. I think him and Altmaier are pretty close to their strengths and weaknesses at quarterback. But Illinois' passing game is definitely going to try to exploit their mismatches. Washington's defense, Ryan Walters, used to be at Illinois, something to look at. So he's going to know them. But he has kept this defense playing pretty well this year. The familiarity being the storyline in this one. Home field advantage has been pretty good so far for Washington until Ohio State came to town, but we won't talk about that. Illinois hasn't had much success in past trips in Washington. Turnovers, I think, are going to be the key to this game. Washington gave up 3 interceptions in their last loss, and Illinois is going to look to take advantage of that. Washington is a slight favorite. That 2.5 over under is currently sitting at 54.5. I took Illinois money line in this situation. It's fading everything that we talk about, but it's a spot bet for me. I just think Washington's been beat down, and I don't know if they can come back up for air that they're looking for this right now. Illinois, I believe they're coming off a bye, if I'm correct.
Yeah. Correct.
Yes. Yeah. But, like I said, the story of familiarity there, spot bet for me. I think Altmaier can get it done against this Washington defense. I do think it will be a lower scoring game, so I would look at the under there. But I think Illinois can come out on top, last second field goal, but I do think this one is close.
Washington's going to have to prove something to me. Right now, I'd say they're the biggest frauds in the Big Ten. This hyped up team, they go and blow out their out of conference, and now we're playing conference opponents, and you lose to Ohio State by 20 at home. You travel to Rutgers on a Friday night and are down until you score 30 points in the fourth quarter. And then you travel to Michigan and you get your doors beat in for 4 quarters. Until they prove to me that they can beat an upper echelon Big Ten team, I'm not picking them to win. So I have Illinois plus 5.5. I would take it at 4.5. I think Illinois is good enough. I think that Bielema's got them in a good place right now after them getting beat by Indiana by 1 million. They've come out, they've looked better. Altmaier's been electric. The offense has been great. Just comes down to if they can, get some stops on defense. So I'm going to take the road dog, and let's go Illinois.
Another one that I'm kind of torn on because I myself was higher on Washington and lower on Illinois for that matter. And yeah, halfway through the year, or more than halfway through the year, it seems like it kind of flipped. Illinois has played a really tough schedule. And I think their losses are I think they're reasonable. I think they're pretty much of what they expected. I didn't really expect a 50-point loss to Indiana by any means, but we did have it losing. Washington, on the other hand, it's the 5-2 is very looked over because 5-2, yes. But again, it's just like that 5-2 is very misleading.
The best wins Rutgers.
It's terrible. And yeah, again, going back to the offense. Offense is phenomenal. I love Demond. I love what they have. But again, a defense with a pulse shows up, and then all of a sudden it's so. In Illinois, I don't know what kind of version of Illinois we're getting because they're traveling, and then even then, despite their numbers, that's really bad. A lot of these numbers are so inflated though from that 50-point loss. Like if that loss is like say it's like a 10-point loss. Like, honestly, like these rankings are like dumbed down. Maybe they're where top 60, top 50 unit on the defensive side, probably. Like, honestly, even in the Ohio State game, their offense just put them in bad positions. They forced turnovers, and they started every single drive borderline at midfield. Like, if they're going to start every drive at midfield, you're going to get scored on by that offense nonstop, which they did. The only problem I have with this is obviously the travel, but again, coming off of the bye week, I do think it might be a little bit more sluggish. I think Washington's offense kind of slows down a little bit, finding another defense that can actually play Big Ten football. I'm going to trust Bielema in this kind of case. I like Illinois with the points. My model has the under highlighted at nearly 3-4 points off the projected total, which I like probably as a full play for me. I'm kind of scared to play the full spread, even though I only have them projected a little higher than 3. I like them outright, but I can't get there, so I'm probably just going to stick with the under for now. But I think that would probably be the best play, in my opinion, again, is the under. It's such a boring week in college football. Why are we betting so many unders?
Win money.
That's true.
All right, we'll move on to the next game. My Baylor Bears are traveling to number 21, Cincinnati. They're playing at 4 Eastern, 3 Central. Cincinnati currently favored at 3.5. Total is a very high 67.5. Holy crap, 67. I didn't even see that. That's crazy.
It's highest total this week.
Good Lord. Yeah, sadly, we're going to be betting against my Baylor Bears this week. The first time this year, actually. We're betting against them. I'm taking Cincy to dominate this week. This offense should nuke Baylor's secondary and their run defense. They might put up 40. It's been bad, guys. The defense didn't come together this year. We're going to continue to try and improve. We're going to keep going, but I don't think this is the week we get it done. Cincy's pass defense isn't great this year, so Sawyer should have a good game, which excites me because I like watching him throw the ball, but they're not going to be able to run the ball. And so it's just going to be Sawyer throwing the ball 55 times, down 20. I'm just going to roll with Cincy. And if Baylor wins, I win, So I kind of win either way. Go Bears.
I mean, well, I guess you could put a head. What number did you get UC at?
4.5.
Okay. Well, then just go ahead and put us for a head to
No,
head.
3.5. 3.5.
Okay. Never mind. Don't do it.
No, I'll take the 4.5 if you want.
Okay.
You can put it on the board.
I got Baylor plus 4.5.
I'll take Baylor. I'll take Cincy to 10.
This might be just a spot for me because, again, I was also high on Baylor. I don't think they're dead in the water yet, but I do believe that their defense, like we talked about, was going to have to be the one to keep them in games to be any kind of contender. And they definitely have let us down large on that front. So I don't know. UC being ranked 21 still, I'm not sold on, but they have been playing good ball. Again, me sitting with an under 6.5 ticket for their wins might be where this is coming from, but
it's a fair edge.
I agree. I think Sorsby is going to have a day on this defense. And on the flip side, I think Robertson's also going to have a day on UC's defense. So, but yeah, I have plus 4.5, minus 120 for Baylor. If this gets down, I don't think it will, but if this gets to a 2.5, I probably will go ahead and hedge with UC because, yeah. And then the total, I hate to say it, but this might be a total game that goes over 67.5, which is insane. But this game could easily be 40 to 30.
True.
Again, shocking news. Cade is torn. See, looking in the history of this stupid university, like this is just like one of those games where they get there and they're finally ranked. They're finally on national television, and they're like showing these people. They're like, "Look, we have an offense. Like we can compete now. We have Brennan Sorsby at quarterback." No, like there comes a time and a place where I'm like, pump the brakes. This is where I had the season falling off the wheels personally, because looking ahead, you're not only starting out playing Baylor, but you're going to Utah next week. Week after that, you're playing, well, you have a bye, I think. Week after that, you're going back home. You get Arizona. Week after that, you have senior day and you're playing BYU. And then your very last game of the season, you're traveling again, going to TCU. You're getting pretty much the thick of it, of the Big 12 in this last like 6 games. And this is like either the golden of look ahead spots, or it's this team is legit and they're actually going to put up a dogfight in Salt Lake next week. I have no idea. I legit have no idea. Again, shocker. I know. Again, sure. Offensively, though, this team's roughly averaging 40 points a game. 4-0. That's like that's top 15 in the country, if I'm not mistaken. Defensively, they're allowing sub 20, which is even crazier because at the beginning of the year, we had their win total, if I'm not mistaken. I think I did. Just me or Dylan. I don't know.
I said they were good. You guys laughed at me.
We talking about which one? We talking about
Under
I
over.
had
UC?
I had UC win. I had UC over because it was it
Oh.
5.5?
I had under 6.5, I believe. I think that's what.
I don't know. I have to go backtracking. I know it's in my slip somewhere. I probably added it late, like I do in North Texas, if I'm being completely honest with you, because I think it dumped down to 5 and I had over. Either way, whatever. Never thought I'd be in this position where we're sitting 6-1 because Sorsby's been unbelievable. Pryor has been unbelievable. Cyrus Allen has looking like a Big 12 receiver, in which was expected to be good at A&M, but whatever. Defensively, that's what I'm impressed on, is this defense, is because it's incredible. And I have no idea what to even expect this weekend if Sawyer either throws for 350 and hits the over with ease and they cover and they win. Probably. The only case this under hits is if they shut Baylor down and then they just blow them out of the water. That's the only instance I see this happening. I don't think they do. I think it's the downfall. I think Baylor covers. I think Baylor wins. I just can't get there. I don't know. I'm not seeing it with UC quite yet.
The known Baylor hater is taking Baylor to cover and win?
Dude, I know this UC team off the back of my hand. It's when I saw Josh Hoover in the snow.
It's a hometown curse.
This team collapses.
You put Cincy in your bottom 5.
I did. Because it's the downfall. Look at they legitimately have a chance to lose every single one of their next 4 games.
They also had a chance to lose every single one of their first 4 games.
Against Oklahoma State, UCF, and Iowa State, Kansas,
Iowa State, Kansas.
Northwestern State, Bowling Green.
State, in my opinion.
No.
Nebraska already. No, I'm not there. They don't have it, and this is it's the downfall. And their only previous meeting, first of all, 2023, Baylor also won on the road. I'm not there. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. Baylor's maybe, sure, they haven't lived up to the expectation. But then again, asking that offense or asking that defense to stop Sawyer or stop this offense for that matter is just unreal to me. And I'm not there. Sorry.
Top 11 in success rate on offense for Cincy. Both categories.
Which I believe we also talked about that they had to be able to turn drives into points. We knew that they could move the ball at the beginning of the season, but they had to actually get points from those drives, which they have so far this season.
Yeah. The whole cap on Cincy was whether or not Sorsby was going to be good. Like, we knew the running backs were going to be good. We knew the defense would be good against the run and bad against the pass. We knew that. And we just didn't know the wide receivers, and we didn't know if Sorsby was going to take a step. I think Sorsby's taken a step, personally.
Yeah.
So, and dude, as much as I love Baylor, they just find ways to just do dumb things an entire game. Like, I want to take Baylor, but they don't convert drives into points. They kick way too many field goals because they can't run the ball. So we're going to get all the way down to the 20. We're not going to be able to run the ball. Sawyer can't use his legs, and it's going to be 3 incompletes, and you can kick a field goal. Not only that, the defense is just so bad. Like, it's so bad. Like, it's so bad. So, yeah, I mean, since he may be a little fraudulent, I just don't think this is the game. I think it's probably Utah. I mean, I could see him winning this game and then losing the next 4 and going 7-5, and people being like, "What happened?" And it's like, well, they played good teams. Like, yeah, Iowa State being their toughest test, 100% does put me on pause a little bit, but I know Baylor better than anybody.
Do you?
Yes, I do. I've watched every game because I bet on them. Good Lord.
Go
What's
Hoosiers.
What's your record?
A lot to a little, I think. I don't know. We're doing pretty good. Get my
TCU?
get back this season.
TCU's
You're talking about head-to-head. Never mind.
No, you're doing the hook'em, or not the hook'em, but the
Whoa.
Horned Frogs.
Whoa.
Same state.
Cade likes furries.
Confirmed.
Make a graphic.
Okay.
Maybe I'm gonna go to a TCU game. Wait. TCU's dang it.
No, that's
TCU's on the road at UC. Dang it.
The funny thing
What
with
if
TCU
I
is
showed up to that game in a furry costume?
The funny thing with TCU is they haven't beaten a good team this year.
They beat Baylor.
Also agree.
Who's not good. I think that's what we're confirming right now.
Yeah. We should be at this game, but somebody's got to be turning 30. So
Birthday festivities. I was gonna do the shout out later, but you had to be the meme monster and to say it's fine. Jeez.
How dare
I'm
you
saying
break
we should
his
be at
own
this game.
birthday open?
So
How dare you?
We literally
Move
asked,
on.
I had to ask him, make
let's go.
sure. I was like, "Are we going to this game or not?" And he's like, "No."
Move
I was like,
on.
"All right, whatever. It is what it is." Is it me?
Yes.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, guys. Jeez. It's only 6:30, by the way. Number 3, A&M, going into Death Valley. Yeah, I don't think I need to do much about this one. First of all, incredibly wrong on LSU this year. Hand up accountability on my end, for sure. LSU's favored. Insert question marks, air horns, sirens, whatever you want to call it. I'm not there, first of all. I don't want a play in this game.
Dog, they are not favored.
LSU
LSU.
minus 2.5. Did
I
they
had it
flip already?
flipped. Sorry. Never mind. I had it flipped. Sorry. Never mind. I put LSU minus 2.5.
I was like A&M now.
Yeah, I was
I read it wrong.
literally getting logged on to look at it.
I read it wrong. No. Either way, I'm not there yet. I don't want to take A&M at the price that it's at. However, why is this total so low? I don't think people are really kind of, in a way, I feel like it's doubting Marcel and that entire offense as a whole. But more so, again, not necessarily trusting Nussmeier and just about anything that they've done so far. I'm just not, again, I don't know. And then again, A&M last week, looking at Arkansas, struggled. Defense looked bad, but then again, Talon Green did Talon Green things. I'm worried about the secondary, though, in this kind of game, personally. I don't know if I can get there on how low the total is. I like A&M's receivers. I like LSU's receivers. I just don't see how this total does not hit 50 plus or 52 plus, in my opinion. So I have the over of 48.5. That's probably my play. I have even money for it. I don't want to take a side, but I want to take a side super bad. And I really like A&M, and I want them to keep doing good for my case. But LSU is just not who we thought they were. And I'm fully expecting, I'm hoping that A&M runs a train on them in their own spot, honestly. I think this very well could be the game where like they just get the scissors and cut Brian Kelly off in the middle of the game. And I kind of hope they do, personally. But backs are against the wall officially in Baton Rouge, so we'll see.
Yeah. I would say the only thing that is, I mean, it's not really proven, but we're in Death Valley, so just the environment there. Not like A&M hasn't been in crazy environments yet, but I don't know. It is juiced for them to cover, so it's a minus 120 on FanDuel currently for 2.5, and then for LSU to cover 2.5, it's minus 102. Um, Definitely lean A&M there, but I don't have a play in it. I am currently looking at over. It's actually 47.5 on FanDuel, so I might be locking that in. Kind of see it might be a game day type play for me. See how the day's going, but yeah, LSU unimpressive. A&M on the flip side has been very impressive. So I think this is going to be a fun game.
I have the over as well. So I took it at 47.5 today.
Might as well lock it in. Jeez.
We'll do it.
Now,
I am literally typing it in right now.
here's where things get fun. Because I think LSU is going to win. And my reasoning for that is because the one thing I shouldn't say one thing. What A&M does well offensively is they run the ball well, and then they hit explosive plays through the air with Mario Craver and Concepcion. LSU has the best corner in the SEC, so we can go ahead and take one of those guys out because he's not catching the ball on Saturday. And if he is, he's getting very limited yardage. And then I just watched LSU's defense against Vandy, and they weren't hitting explosives. It was Diego Pavia going down the field slowly, steadily, like Diego Pavia does. You've watched all of LSU games. There's no explosive plays given up by this defense. We haven't seen it by anybody to do it. So now you're asking me, can Marcel Reed, a sophomore, go into Death Valley and string together let's not say 6. Let's say 4 or 5 10-plus play drives into points? I'm going with no. I don't think he can do it. And I'm doubting A&M. I don't think they're the third best team in the country. I think this is a wake-up call for LSU and Brian Kelly. I think things are going to switch here. I think that Nussmeier's going to have a game. We're going to get the wide receivers involved. Go Tigers.
I will preface by saying, in our recap of last week, if you did listen, my two teams to sit out of the top 15 was Ole Miss and A&M. And to answer that question again, as stated in that recap, as much as I hate Brian Kelly, yes, this is probably where that downfall starts for A&M, because it's just the schedule is not going to necessarily be friendly from here, especially going to Mizzou. I think, is that the week after? They get a bye before that, or is it after the Mizzou game? I think it's before the Mizzou game.
It's a bye.
Either way, because it's that, and then you have Texas and squeeze South Carolina in between there. I think that's at A&M. But either way, still, it's just...
Don't forget about Samford.
I did say that. I'm not there. like I said, I don't think it's a top 15 after the next 3 weeks. So I think, yeah, like we said, this is where that kind of starts, unfortunately. But again, I hope I'm wrong because I hate Brian Kelly and I kind of want to see that man fail more than anybody. But I digress.
Okay. Well, we'll just go ahead and keep moving this train along. We'll go ahead and move to Tempe, Arizona.
Shout
We
out
got
Temple.
Temple, not Tempe. Sorry,
Best
I can't
team in
read
PA.
Really. Yeah, baby. The surging Arizona State, Sun Devils. Good Lord, I about said Wildcats.
That's the other
Face
one.
off against the Houston. Again, Arizona State. We've talked about this again too. They surge in the late half of the season, and what are they doing right now? They're surging. Houston enters 6-1, 3-1 in the Big 12. They did just walk off Arizona with a field goal, or no, was it a touchdown? I don't remember.
Field goal, I think.
That's what I thought it was a field goal. But anyway, again, Houston, a team that I didn't really have any expectations for, is sitting at 6-1 so far this season. Connor Wegman played well last week against Arizona, 164 yards to the air, 3 touchdowns, and added 98 rushing yards. Arizona State, they're 5-2, also 3-1 in the Big 12. They did just upset my Big 12 favorite, my Big 12 ticket, Texas Tech. Sam Levitt had 319 yards, which is insane to me. And then Jordan Tyson caught 10 passes for 105 yards. And I was high on Texas Tech's defense, still am. But this week specifically, Houston's defense has actually been pretty solid. They're allowing only 19 points per game. Arizona State, home field advantage here. The rushing game and passing efficiency are both improving. I think, as we've seen last week, turnovers, pass protection, tempo, these are all things that's going to matter this game. Houston has been pressured a lot this year, which to me gives Arizona State an edge. So Arizona State, I think, could win by a touchdown, which is the current spread 6.5. Again, I don't have a bet in it. This total is in the low, what is it, like 40, 46.5. So I don't know. I mean, if you really trust in Houston's defense, this could be an under. Arizona State, the way they're getting hot, I mean, they could possibly put up, I don't know, 20 to 30. I don't really see them putting up more than 30. But I would stay away from the total personally. But I do lean Arizona State to cover this game solely because they're surging right now. And it's just that time where Sam Levitt's starting to click in the offense. So,
Go ahead.
Here's the thing. Arizona State was counted out way too early this year. Like, extremely too early. And again, I don't know why people are surprised, but yeah, they're making their run like we pretty much have said. And I don't think we ever counted them out for, first of all. The offense had its own questions with explosives. They have the people to do it, but the defense is what's keeping them in their contention. And like, it's like it probably is one of the better units in that conference. Houston's O-line is just terrible, like you said. There's zero chance in this entire world, I am confident, where they slow down the pass rush, because all Arizona State does is create turnovers. We've seen it last week versus the best offense in the Big 12. Yes, they were without their quarterback. It's understandable. But he's had playing experience this year so far, maybe against really bad people, not Arizona State for that matter, but we saw what that was. They just create chaos. Like, they are chaos. That defense is literally putting them in positions to win their games. And their offense is going to capitalize because you have Jordan Tyson, and then you have Raleek Brown on your backfield. And then you have Sam Levitt's clutch gene in there to pretty much win you the close games that you have. Houston's rankings suck for how good their strength of schedule rating has been, which is confusing as all get out, considering the record, like you were saying, 6-1 is ridiculous. Shouldn't be there. Shouldn't be in the conversation whatsoever. I have Arizona State 10 plus, so I'm taking Arizona State at anything better than a touchdown. But yeah, I think I have -7. I think is what I have on the board right now, personally. But yeah, that's where I stand with that team right now.
From the guy who said Tech was going to win by 1 million last week, these next couple minutes will be a bit of a I'm sorry. Shorter words than what Cade said, but yes, Houston is fraudulent. They've played little to anybody. Like, really, the only good team they've played was Texas Tech, got the doors blown off of them. I mean, yeah, they beat Colorado. They had to go to overtime to beat Oregon State. They beat Houston, or not Houston, Arizona, who is okay. They're all right. So, yeah, I think anything under a touchdown's great. I wouldn't mind laddering this up to like 14, personally. Arizona State's good. Dillingham is good. They are not going to overlook this now, knowing they probably cannot take another loss the rest of the year. Like, this is pedal to the metal. We're going to show up and we're going to, take over. So, bold prediction here. I think ASU still wins the Big 12. I still think they're the best team in it, even with the 2 losses. Like, all they have to do is win out, and they make the Big 12 championship. And, I mean, there's a chance they could lose another one and still make it with the tiebreaker over Texas Tech. So, yeah, ASU's rolling. I think they'll keep rolling. I think Houston, we kind of find out that Houston's a bit of a fraud.
It's not crazy. I looked into a team total just while I was looking it up and everything. Houston's sitting at 20.
ASU's defense just isn't that good. It's a problem.
I don't trust Wigman. I don't trust him in Tempe. I don't. Yeah.
I mean, sorry. I agree.
I have a problem with them getting to roughly 14, so I honestly take it down to like 17 and take it under, just for the value of it. But 20.5 is nuts, personally.
Yeah. At some point, though, that turnover margins that they're getting are like, you can't sustain that forever. So
I don't necessarily say that it's part of it's got to be a little bit of luck, just because again you played a backup quarterback.
Well, I mean, you can even go back to Baylor and the TCU games. I mean, both Sawyer and Hoover turned the ball over in the final 2 minutes for them to win. So it's been a bit luck when it comes to that defense. I do think that defense has problems. Houston scoring 21 does seem, I'd say 17. I think we're looking like 31-17.
I'm just going to say 17 seems a little bit more realistic, personally.
Yeah, 31.
I might take that all under. Play the Arizona State at a touchdown or more. This is probably my favorite play on the board this week, honestly. Like, I just don't think that this game is close in the slightest, personally.
Yeah, it seems like Texas Tech over again.
I don't know. Very weird line, but yeah, I'll take it. That is going to be all the preview for this week. Saturday is up in the air. We already talked about it in Discord today, talking about it on Wednesday. There will be a show. As far as getting a live segment from Nashville at game day is still a question.
We'll see.
As far as getting Birthday Boy involved is also a question. Yeah, I mean, if we have to do a solo show, I'm perfectly fine with that, honestly. Like,
we can't allow that.
Or I guess I'm not. It's fine.
I'll be
I
there.
don't really care either way. I mean, the show's happening regardless, just because we haven't had one in a minute, and yeah, we'll deep dive into the full schedule on it.
We'll interview
And
random people in game day crowd and
true,
see
true.
how they're feeling.
Whoever, yeah, basically whoever talks will talk. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
it'll be a good one. It'll be pretty cool. But that's pretty much going to do it for the preview today. Again, not really much to recap this week other than calling the Billy Napier firing. If you want to talk about that for a minute, we can.
Yeah,
just to close it out.
Sure,
let's do it. So, in breaking news, Trent Bray was fired from Oregon State this week.
So was Jay Norvell from Colorado State.
So was Jay. That's so true. No, we called it. Or, sorry, Jake called it.
Welcome to Florida, John Gruden.
Oh, okay.
I'm not mad.
Okay, go with the hard no.
I know we did talk about all these firings a while back, though, like who we thought was going to be where and who was going to get moved and stuff. So I do think John Gruden goes somewhere, but where is he going to go?
I think we've hit a world record.
It's definitely a lot, especially with last year and having very little. But I think a lot of what it had to do with was people trying to figure out NIL structure and then the legal stuff that was going on behind the scenes. So, like, now that we've kind of finalized the portal when your coach gets fired, you know, like the NIL structures behind the scenes, you look at just how these teams have performed since last year. And a lot of it does make sense outside Penn State over there. Everyone else makes sense to me. Like the downfall of Billy, and we talked about it in week 2, and honestly, we've talked about it for a while. You had to give up play calling. We discussed it. Like when you are a head coach, you have to give up play calling. It's the same gripe Tennessee fans have with Josh Heupel. At some point, you're going to have to give it up and let the offensive coordinator do his job, or else there's no point in having the offensive coordinator there. I think Billy Napier is a great coach. I think Billy Napier is a great guy. Like, once again, he never heard scandals. You never heard of people missing curfew and all these things. Like, Billy Napier is a good football coach. He's going to succeed somewhere at a lower level, more than likely, going back to the group of 5 or wherever he goes. And I think he's going to learn from this stint that he's going to have to give up play calling. It's just something that he's going to have to give up, or he's never going to be a head coach at a Power 4 level. For Florida, we know the 2 names. It's Lane Kiffin or it's Eli Drinkowitz. We know Eli Drinkowitz will take the job. It's a question on Lane Kiffin. I said it in week 2, and I'll say it again. I lean towards no, personally. I think Lane likes where he's at, and I think the biggest thing with Lane was when he left and went to USC. I think getting fired from USC made him learn that at some point you have to build your own legacy somewhere, and hopping around everywhere doesn't do that. So, and like his daughter I know like family stuff, for these coaches may not matter, but like his daughter just started going to Ole Miss. His son just started playing his freshman year in high school. So for me personally, looking at those outside factors, I'd say Lane's probably not going there, but it's a win for Florida regardless. I think it's the best job in this cycle when you're looking at the potential coaches you'll have and be able to interview.
It's the most attractive on the board.
I think it's the most attractive. I think it's more attractive than Penn State.
Not even
with that being said, they're not going to hire a group of 5 guy, and they're not going to hire a coordinator because they just did that. So you can rule out Golish, Summerall, all these up and coming G5 guys, and you can rule out any offensive coordinator anywhere. So I think it's Drink personally, and I think it'd be hilarious because it's such a funny fit. Him going there, but I do think it would work. I think he's a good coach, so it's good for Florida fans.
How funny, and I don't know the contract structure, but how funny would it be that if James Franklin went to Florida?
I've heard talks. I I don't. It's to me, it's the fit. Like they need an offensive mind, and honestly, I'd prefer Franklin at Arkansas before I would Florida personally.
It's
But
Bowden.
even then, it's bad. It's
Bowden.
I'm just not. I don't know. As much as I want him back in the SEC, I don't think it's here. Unfortunately.
If he goes to the SEC, see, here's the thing with Franklin, and I don't know if he'll understand or not understand, but if he sees that in himself, but he's a builder of a program. He's not the guy that necessarily will take you to the next level.
That's true.
If I were him, like, see if
Oklahoma
Stoops
State.
gets fired. Yeah, Oklahoma State. See if Stoops gets fired. Clark Lee leaves. Go back to Vandy. I don't know. I doubt. I don't. Clark Lee's not leaving.
That's
By the
not
way,
happening,
don't
yeah.
not
Clark
not
He
this
might
year
get an
anyway.
extension, dude.
But like,
yeah.
If Brent Key leaves for a bigger job, go to Georgia Tech. Like, I think he's so much better in like a kind of isolated. Football is not like the end all be all at that school. So like, I think Kentucky for him, if Stoops gets fired, would be awesome. Like to build them up, just like he did to Vandy. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, I would say he takes a lower level head coach because, I mean, yeah, Florida's already seen what he can do, and
Florida.
I think Florida just wants Lane. They just want Lane.
I
Like
just,
that
I just don't
end
get.
discussion.
I mean, I get it why, but at the same time, they're calling for like the next Spurrier, and I'm not seeing.
I mean,
a whole
Florida hasn't
lot.
been good since Urban. They've been a dumpster fire since Urban Meyer.
Right.
Like that's
But
not
saying
even
mindset
rude.
wise, from like a recruiting standpoint, or like a power forward pedigree kind of thing, or SEC familiarity, I mean, sure, Kiffin is that guy, 1000%. There's not even anybody close on that board. But even then, I don't know if I'm there. As much as it's probably going to happen, I would like to see Drink. Drink would be really fun. Drink would be incredibly fun there, personally.
I mean, I'd rather see Drink.
I'd rather see Drink than Kiffin.
I want Kiffin to stay. I think Kiffin at Ole Miss is fun. It's fun for the SEC
He's
to have
so
a team.
close.
Well, it's just a team. Like Ole Miss has had like years where they've been good, like the Chad Kelly years when they beat Alabama and stuff.
Right.
But like Ole Miss has never been like good, and like it's fun seeing Ole Miss win double-digit games.
Yeah, I mean, I would say too. Like, I don't see him leaving this year because if anything, it speaks to him. I mean, yes, you have to be good to move from D2 to an SEC, but I don't even know. I can't remember the dude's name. The quarterback,
Trinidad.
Yeah. I mean, working some offense in around him, letting him learn the playbook, doing what he's done this year. I mean, that speaks volumes of a coach in general. So I don't see him leaving. So then the question mark is who goes to Florida? And I wouldn't be surprised, just saying, at least if we hear an interview or rumors about Gruden potentially taking that job because of Lane not moving.
He said that he wants to get back.
He does.
Whether that's
He does.
And he wants
anywhere,
SEC,
period.
so.
Where that's anywhere.
The other thing that's going to be interesting with some of these coaches that are going to move from schools, like looking at Rule, looking at Kiffin potentially, looking at Drink, like do they attempt to go to places that don't have a solidified starter so they can bring their guy with them? Like Rule's going to want Raiola. Kiffin would want Trinidad or Austin Simmons. And then Drink probably wants Bo Perbula. Not saying that they wouldn't take DJ Lagway, but like if Lagway is legitimately serious about staying at Florida for the rest of his career, I do wonder if that may or may not turn off a Lane Kiffin. If he doesn't see, what he needs from DJ Lagway, which isn't saying that DJ Lagway is bad, but like the inconsistencies are there with DJ, and maybe he just likes Trinidad more.
It wouldn't shock me. To me, Florida's in that golden group of college football programs with a 21st century national championship ring.
Does Urban
Missouri.
come out of retirement and go back?
No.
Yes, so he can. Yes, he needs to be around underage girls. That's where he needs to be.
Exactly.
Unfortunately for Missouri,
perfect.
They've never been close to that conversation.
Oh, Drink would leave. Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's not a question.
It's going to be a career move. If he's going to it's going to be a career move where he looks at himself and he looks at like what Florida is able to do for him long term. Like, you've never had a better shot in your life at retaining a coach as Drinkwitz is right now. Like, that would be the guy. Like, I don't know. I don't see another fit that would be even good as him, personally.
I mean, I wish they would do it, then they won't, but Golish would be awesome.
You're a great fit.
That should be Golish's job, personally, but they won't do it. Like, Alex Golish would succeed at any SEC program right now. Because he would bring Byron Brown with him. And I mean, we saw what Byron Brown can do against SEC and ACC competition. Like, he's a good quarterback. From everything that I've seen, it's looking like Hugh Freeze is gone. That's going to be Summerall. Arkansas is going to keep Bowden. The question would be what Missouri does, which I don't know what they'd do. Drink was the one to leave.
I just think Kiffin gets extended.
Yeah, I'm saying
at the end of the day.
If Drink leaves, I don't know who Missouri would go for.
Oh, well, I mean, okay. Wait.
Now, did Marcus Freeman leave?
John Gruden.
Marcus Freeman's not leaving for anything.
Marcus Freeman, number one name on the board.
Apparently.
No, I just said, would he leave? That was just a question.
Would he leave Notre Dame ever? Yes.
Yeah, probably for what? Ohio State?
At the NFL.
Or that, yeah.
I don't think Marcus Freeman, I will say it right now. Marcus Freeman is not leaving Notre Dame for another coaching job. He has it made at Notre Dame. You are the only sport that matters. You do not play in a conference. You are automatically guaranteed a playoff spot if you win 10 games. Why would he ever leave? He gets paid, what? What is he, top 10 in head coach salary right now? Probably.
I don't know his salary right now.
He's probably up there. The brand sells itself. Like, yeah, he's a good recruiter, but like they're always going to have good recruits. Like, why would he ever leave?
Now, my thing is for Missouri, like you were saying, if for whatever reason Drink does go, because then you're going to have another hole to fill. Personally, first guy that I'm calling, if I'm Missouri, I'm taking my shot at Kenny.
No way. He won't. He's not leaving.
First of all, it would be tricky. First of all,
he's not even an SEC guy.
No, I know he went to ASU, but he's with a berth to the playoff. He's already farther ahead than probably any other candidate that I've seen for them specifically. But his Power 4 experience carries, offensive mind carries. Correct me if I'm wrong, was he coordinating already before at Auburn, or was it Florida State or something like that?
Dillingham? He was at Oregon. He was under Lanning.
I thought he was a coordinator somewhere big or bigger, like not that long ago.
Not that I mean, he's the youngest college football coach.
I knew that, but I'm saying coordinator. He was a coordinator at, I think, in the SEC at some point. I just don't remember where.
While you're looking that up, another name. What about Jed Fish?
He was the OC at Auburn 2019.
Auburn, that's who it was.
No.
Fish was in Florida alum.
Yeah.
And he was already a graduate assistant.
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
You're saying for Florida?
Yeah.
You'd have to be so far down the list to get to him, I think.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, is it out of the question that, like,
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't hate his
Drink
offenses.
says no, if Kiffin says no, you know what I mean? Like, would you hire Franklin over Fish?
No.
Right. That's just kind of where I was at.
I just think
the line stops at Drinkwitz because he takes it. And here's where I'm gonna go. So if he takes the job, Missouri just hires Franklin. They have his QB.
I mean, true.
Dude,
that's to go coach for Vila.
I mean, that's true. That's not.
Why not?
Not
that
crazy.
That would be hilarious.
Makes the most sense to me.
Yeah.
Then Will Compton is hired as Nebraska's head coach when Matt Rule leaves to Penn State.
Dude, he's just
for real though.
Him with a poster on the sideline.
I've heard nothing about Nebraska. I don't know who'd go to Nebraska.
Nobody. Scott Frost. He's back.
No, he's happy where he is.
I don't know why, but yeah.
Yeah, it'll
Who
be
would go to
interesting because
Nebraska?
I think Summerall gets a job. I think Golish stays again.
Is Gundy done?
Yeah, he's already got
Yes.
fired.
No, but I mean
No,
like
we knew
coaching
that.
wise.
Oh,
They
That's
said
what I meant.
he people close to him said he wants to coach again, but like who hires him?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, is his name out of the question for some of these people to call? I don't think Florida, no, but
If it's an SEC team, I'd say no. Just because he's
I'm
never
thinking
coached in it.
I'm thinking backfill for Nebraska if we get that far.
He might be a preliminary name, potentially. I
So-
mean, if I were them, I'd go. I'd try and get Jed Fish. That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
if
I
Florida
think
and
in the Big
Missouri,
Ten.
if Florida and Missouri jobs are all taken, or by some freak of nature, if Nebraska's job is taken, I don't know where Franklin's going. But say Hugh Freeze is gone, say Norvell is gone.
Yeah, we didn't talk
I've
about
seen
it.
about Belichick actually
That's
being
Dion.
gone.
That's Dion's new job. Just by the way.
Florida State, absolutely.
That would be actually peak. I wouldn't hate that, honestly. But I don't know. I've seen a lot of Franklin buzz at North Carolina. I've seen a lot of buzz at Auburn. I've seen a lot of buzz at Virginia Tech. I mean, like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know where I'm seeing this guy land.
Okay,
I want him to get another job.
Different question. What school fires their coach for James Franklin?
Right.
Probably.
That's kind of what I'm thinking where we'd be at. And I don't think you can fire somebody that's over 500 coach this year. I mean, you can, but I don't think it happens.
Like,
I'd get rid of. I mean, I'd get rid of Hugh Freeze for James Franklin in a heartbeat. I'd get rid of Belichick for that.
Who's that? Who's that? Like Mississippi State?
yeah, but I'm saying guys
Levy.
that like Levy, he's staying. I'm
Levy's
saying
gonna
guys
go.
that are not rumored to be fired. I'm saying like out of nowhere, they just think James Franklin is such an upgrade.
And I think it'd be a P4 school. I don't think he's going to be a
Absolutely, he's not going
for
to
this situation.
Definitely P4. Yeah.
What I don't. I mean, crazy talk, but with how bad they did this year, would you look at? Oh shoot, Clemson. My brain's dead.
I don't know. They can't fire Dabo. Dabo will be there for life until
That's going to
wants
be a
leave.
mutual parting ways if there's anything.
Eventually,
that happens.
yes.
I know. Just the way some of his pressers have been.
As far as when that happens, I have no idea. Honestly, I feel like we're closer than a lot of people think, though.
Like,
I really do.
If Maryland's like Mike Loxley, you're out. We want James Franklin.
It's not Minnesota.
Go to Maryland.
Minnesota.
Why not?
Keeping, I think.
I'd make a bet on him going back to taking an SEC vacancy job than a Big Ten vacancy job.
Yeah, but which one does he take? Because from everything I've heard, the only job he's going to be offered is Missouri.
Probably Auburn, Missouri,
Summerall's getting hired there. They're not going to go through another retread. They just did it. It didn't work.
I don't think Summerall's got a chance there.
I've heard
Arkansas?
It's all Summerall. That's all I've heard.
Arkansas?
I think Arkansas just keeps the interim. Also, things I've heard.
Because I think
they're just not going to do. They did it with Hugh Freeze, where Hugh Freeze was good in the SEC, and then he left because of the allegations or whatever. He goes and does well at Liberty, and then he comes back. I just don't think Auburn's going to be like, oh, you know what we should do again? We should hire a guy that just got fired. Like, I just don't think they'd do it. I think they'd rather go with the young, up-and-coming coach that's been awesome wherever he's been.
Yeah,
I would rather see Summerall.
I think UCLA stays with what they got, too.
You're assuming Mark Stoops even gets fired.
Who else we got?
He was, okay, here's why I said it. He was the assistant head coach, offensive coordinator, QB's coach at Maryland before he was the head coach of Vandy. Just saying.
So you got the connection there.
He was also the wide receivers coach in 2000 to 2004 at Maryland. There's a lot of Maryland ties here.
So the thing that with these carousels, like a lot of these guys, they ignore like fits and styles a lot of the times. USC Lincoln Riley. No, I don't. A lot of they think they can play like the same style in the Big Ten and stuff like that. And like, yeah, you go take Brian Kelly, perfect example. Running teams like old fashioned teams at Notre Dame. Goes to LSU.
I mean,
Not so easy to run the football in SEC, I don't think, because it's done really bad.
I would argue it's not more of like play calling that
I wouldn't
is
say
the
play
reason.
calling,
It's
but
the way he's
schemes.
treating LSU. No, it's not even a scheme thing. I think it's literally just how he acts, and he's just not from the South, so he runs his program like Notre Dame. They had Jaden Daniels his first year. They had a good offense. I think it's very much been he's not from Louisiana. He hasn't recruited Louisiana extremely well. And he also is kind of just like, he doesn't care about the community of it. And I think it's pissing off a lot of people. Yeah, scheme helps it now. But like, no one was crying about scheme when Jaden Daniels was quarterback. So, sure.
I just don't see Summerall taking that job. Much less,
Auburn?
no. If anything,
Why?
I think Summerall's got a better chance at landing at like Arkansas than he does at Auburn.
Who's Auburn hiring?
Not Summerall.
Why? He's the best group of 5 coach.
You have better candidates, I think.
Who?
More than Summerall after this year?
Yeah, who's better than Summerall that you could hire? That's not been fired because they're not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, there's only been a few.
What do you mean? I'm saying a sitting head coach right now that would go to Auburn that is better than Summerall.
Right now, no. I'm saying that there's more that's going to open up, though, is what I mean.
You think Summerall takes a better job, is what you're saying.
I think he takes a worse job if it's Arkansas.
I don't think he's taking Arkansas because I don't think Arkansas is going to hire anybody. They're going to make Bowden the interim.
Do you think Liberty moves on from Chadwell? He moves up?
I don't think Chadwell should be a Power 4 coach.
I mean, true.
I think the group of 5.
There's a lot of group of 5 candidates.
5 coaches that should be hired this cycle would be Summerall for me, Golish, Memphis's head coach potentially.
I'd probably like Jeff Traylor.
And like Dan Mullen could come back.
True.
I'd pit you. Wow. I'm gonna Casey Keeler, Jason Eck.
I think it's too early for Eck.
Even Eric Morris.
I think Mullen would get hired before any of those guys.
He has the upper experience on anybody, of course.
Yeah, my list would be Summerall, Golish, Mullen. Those are the 3. After that, you can say whoever you want.
I don't know. I don't know. I like Casey Keeler a lot at Temple, personally. Eric Morris is one of the better offensive minds that we've seen.
The question with if LSU did fire Brian Kelly would be like, what are they looking for? Are they looking for a guy that can be there for 20, 30 years? Or are they looking for a guy that can win now? Because if they're looking for the builder, I think it's Summerall. He coaches in Louisiana.
Like so now it's LSU.
if I'm LSU and I fire Brian Kelly, my first call is John Summerall. He understands Louisiana. It's someone that understands the South. So that would be my first call, yeah. Or I'd call Lane Kiffin too. Yeah. Personally.
Yeah, I mean, where he says no, he already ain't there. I mean,
I'd call Kiffin. I'd call Summerall. I'd probably call Golish. Those would be my 3. I don't want to retread. I don't want Franklin. I wouldn't want Franklin. I wouldn't want any of the other group of 5 guys over Summerall. Especially,
I do like the idea of Eric Morris moving up somewhere to a P4.
Yeah.
Trying to build around him, but.
Yeah. I think the question, he might go Big 12.
I think there's 5 of them that go Power 4 this cycle, honestly.
It's also like we've heard nothing out of the Big 12 except for Gundy, because you look at like the teams, like BYU obviously not. Cincy, I don't think so anymore. I thought maybe, but I would say right now, no. Arizona State, no. Texas Tech, no. Houston, no. Iowa State, no. TCU, no. Baylor, maybe. Baylor might be one. Baylor might be Morris. Kansas State, I don't think so. Utah, I don't think so. Kansas, doubt it. Arizona would be another one, depending on how the rest of the season falls out. And then UCF, West Virginia, Oak State.
But then you could also throw Colorado as a possibility in there because if Florida State comes open, then I think he's a candidate for
Is
that.
Florida State dumb enough to hire him?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I feel like they're shambles because of another hype season with less than subpar performance.
The one thing he would do well at Florida State is recruit. I'll give him that.
Right.
They may not develop anything, but he'd recruit well. So yeah. I'd give him that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we just have to keep waiting. I think like there are a ton of jobs that are close that could swing either way kind of things. Like, I mean, there's a universe where Elko leaves again and goes to Penn State.
I'm not extended.
Did we talk about the possibility of Dillingham moving up to a quote-unquote bigger school?
Yeah, it's possible.
That was my bet.
He's just an alum there, so I just think it's hard. Like, I feel like if you're an alum and you're at your school, like, you kind of tend to stay there.
It's going to be a really good hire for somebody, though, eventually.
I mean, maybe you just make some Big 12 contenders every year. Like, maybe that's what he wants to do.
True.
Pate did bring up a good point of, like, every coach views a job differently, depending on who they are, what they want in their life, and things like that. So, like, Dillingham may just want to stay in Tempe for the rest of his life. That may just be maybe what he wants to do. Same thing with, like, Franklin. Does Franklin want to coach in the SEC? We have no idea. We have no clue. We have no idea what Kiffin wants. We don't know what guys would want to leave the SEC to go to the Big Ten and vice versa. Because, like, Campbell literally said no to the USC job because he didn't want to leave Ohio State and go play in the Pac-12. That was transitioning to the Big Ten. They're just guys that don't want to coach in higher levels. Just how it goes. That'll always be the biggest thing, though.
Yeah, I mean,
it'll be interesting.
We hit Big Ten, but like, I mean, outside of Maryland, who's moving? Really, probably not very many people.
I don't think there's that much opening in the Big Ten as much as there is any other conference.
Fickle decision. We have no idea. I would say they give him another year, but it could go either way.
I hope not.
Yeah, that's true.
Purdue's good. Rutgers will keep Shiano until he dies. Jonathan Smith at Michigan State, maybe. I don't know if that leash has gotten shorter.
Was he from Oregon State?
Yeah. Washington would keep Fish. Nebraska keep. Illinois keep. UCLA's got to hire a coach.
You don't think they ride with whatever they got going on down there right now?
I think they'd be stupid too, but I also don't think it'd be the worst decision. You know who should hire Dan Mullen? UCLA. It's laid back.
Big Ten is weird.
It's not the Big Ten. Let's stop with the Big Ten. It's not.
It's the Pac-12 10.
They're the Pac-12 section of the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never say Oregon's a Big Ten team. I mean, I'll say it, but, like,
Big Ten
Oregon in my brain is not Big Ten and never will be. Just can't do it. USC, UCLA, same thing. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot more. I think there's going to be a lot of change this year.
It's the biggest carousel opening this offseason, for sure. I said that last week, like right after what's-his-face got the boot, after Franklin.
You mean after Trent Dilfer?
Also that. Also a big opening.
Huge. I mean, elite recruiting ties in Birmingham, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever gets that job is going to win the state of Alabama.
Did Kalen DeBoer die? What happened?
I think we're done here.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's sign off.
After that comment, yeah, we're done. Yeah,
Oh
we're
my
absolutely
God,
done.
joke. Yeah. Moral of the story is a lot of jobs, lots of money on the table, lots of ADs with their nuts on the table. It's gonna be pretty much mayhem this offseason. I've said since it was going to be the biggest carousel this year. We said it.
Off season.
I mean,
I don't know what that word means.
I don't know, but it's gonna be fun to talk to if we do it. If we're doing this year round though, because then we'll always have something, which will be
We are doing
interesting.
this year round.
Yeah, I know that's what I mean. We're always gonna have something to talk about, so
Yes.
that'll be interesting.
We'll be breaking down every hire, how we feel about it, all the things,
Everything.
Maybe individual pods for each hire. We have no idea.
I don't care if
got a lot of things
State gets rid of their graduate assistant.
Okay,
Breakdown.
no, we're gonna do head coaches.
Head coaches and big names.
We'll see.
There's going to be some group of fives. No, it's all right.
I mean, there's definitely gonna be group of fives. Yeah. 100%.
No, I'm saying we're going to break down group of fives. It's not just going to be.
Oh yeah, I've said we break down every head coaching hire.
Okay.
I'm not breaking down Kennesaw's QB coach that left. I'm not breaking that down.
I just think it could be a pretty big move.
Get
Conference
off this.
USA title.
Get out. Let me go watch MTSU get their doors beat.
True, we have our 49 days of football consecutive bets going, so be sure in the
what's
Discord
tomorrow's?
for that. Shout out, by the way. What's tomorrow? I don't know. I don't have tomorrow up.
Not bad.
Terrible management from myself there, I guess. What do we have? South Alabama, Georgia State. That's it. End of list.
Great. So find a play in there.
I'd rather not.
I took Georgia State.
Georgia State. Oh. I think we just found Dylan. Any thoughts? Georgia State?
Thoughts? Georgia State? We're going to ride them again.
Outright? What?
Immunity.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I'm muted. I was ready to be done. Sorry. 6.5, or you got 7?
I have 7.5, but I'll
seven.
take it at 6.5.
I'll take
Well, I'm not going to take it, but I'll ride with it with 6.5.
I'll put the POD graphic at 7.5 though.
No,
for
don't
the
do
fact
that.
of Jake getting the early number. Yeah, best number.
I
wins
didn't.
stuff.
I profit boosted it. I didn't get an early number.
Minus 112. Who cares? We'll get it.
6.5. It's the number. You should get it. Oh no, never mind. That's Fridays.
But what if we all profit boosted it?
Big
got
then
one.
we all have
Got it. Yeah, what are you talking about? Got early line. It never touched 7.
It never touched it.
Never did.
If I get a boost tomorrow, I'm definitely taking 7.5 and boosting it, just so everybody knows.
But the play of the day is 6.5 because I do think Georgia State is within 6.5. But
Or
I did.
are we just going to take?
No,
If I
we're
get
going to
hooked.
do the actual line. That's the point. It's the whole goal.
we like alts around here.
I was just going to say the over. I'll root for some points, but it is what it is.
Does Georgia State score?
I'll just leave it at that. Georgia State plus 7.5. Tomorrow's POD, by the way.
6.5.
We'll make the graph. 6.
Of course, we still make it somehow.
We'll make the ticket.
I will tell Cole to make it 6.5.
He'll listen to me.
And then Friday, North Texas minus 26.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What'd you say?
I said then Friday, North Texas minus 26.5. Let's go.
26.
Hard disagree.
I know.
26.
Their team
Who do they
totals at
play?
43. Charlotte.
Okay, guys, we need to end this so
Yeah.
that Cade doesn't have to spend 2 hours editing it.
I'm
I'm
hungry.
not editing nothing really, but yeah,
Oh, God.
whatever. We'll see you guys Saturday morning huddle up in the air as far as guests going, but we will be there.
I'm not a guest.
Sharp.
I'm a co-host.
You're a guest, dude. I'm talking for our people at game day.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure.
If you don't get Pat McAfee on, we're dead in the water.
I'm going to kick. I'm going to be that guy.
Dude, if you do that and you're on the pod, that would be electric. To the
Oh
moon.
my!
I'm going to bring a sign that just says Hammer Time Pod.
If you don't, you're fired.
You can't fire me. You don't even pay me.
Oh, yeah. We'll see you guys next week for the recap, and then Saturday morning for the morning huddle. Peace. Good luck this weekend, and go Aggies. New Mexico State Aggies.